climate change meetings have been absolutely ineffective. I went to the one in Glasgow, and I can tell you that they are not going to solve climate change the way they did. They had ticker tapes with sponsors, corporate sponsors for the climate change meeting. Okay? They had this huge globe hanging over us. And they spent like £100 million just on security for this thing. And what did they do at the end of that? They all had a party, and then they left. And if you look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals, you can see how it is being framed in a way to preserve the system. Sustainable Development Goals. I mean, the goals are great, okay? No poverty, zero hunger. How can you argue with that? Good health and well-being, quality education. We want all that. And then they went and stuck goal number 8. Goal number 8 is decent work and economic growth. And you ask yourself, why is that there? If I have no poverty and zero hunger on this planet and good health and well-being for every human being, do I really care that some economy is growing somewhere? So it's a redundant goal. A redundant goal is usually put in order to mask the other goals. That's what they do in systems, okay? So they put this redundant goal in there, and then they pretend to meet all the other goals by just growing the economy. Why are they doing this? Because they're running a Ponzi scheme. That's what they're doing. They're running a Ponzi scheme. These are all the Bernie Madoffs of the planet. Okay? They're running a global ecological Ponzi scheme, which is based on growing. All Ponzi schemes collapse if they don't grow. So you have to grow it. So how do you grow? The current growth formula is to monetize everything so that when dead animals have more economic value than living animals, you kill the animals. When dead trees have more economic value than living trees, you chop down the trees. When sick people have more economic value than healthy people, we sicken people. Okay. You endanger life on Earth through such biological annihilation and climate change and pandemics. You addict everyone into compulsive behaviors because you want people to keep consuming more and more and more and to buy into this infinite growth formula. That's how you're growing the economy. So you addict everyone into compulsive behaviors. You deliberately put candy at the eye level for children so that they get suckered into eating it. We lie to ourselves about the protein myth, the calcium myth, the climate change. I mean, there's so many lies, so many deceptions. More than lies, it's more like deceptions, right? They don't tell you the whole truth. They shade the truth so that you get misled into going the wrong way. And finally, in this economy, we steal from the poor to enrich the rich. So we have created these rules. We are actually playing a game. And in the game, we have created rules that when resources flow up the hierarchy, you are welcome to take as much profit as you can. It's called profit. And you are celebrated for taking more profit. So I went and bought basmati rice for $2 at the supermarket here in Phoenix. And then I traced the rice back to the woman who grew it. And I found out that she got paid 5 cents a pound for that same rice. So what happened to the other $1.95? Well, it was profit for Jeff Bezos and Whole Foods, right? And whoever shipped the rice from India to here. They took it. They took the rest. They stole it from her. But they call it profit when you do that. On the way down, if I send resources from Phoenix to India and I give $2 in donation to, say, World Food Program or something like that, and if I discover that only 5 cents went to the people and the other $1.95 was taken away by the charity, I get mad, right? And I call it theft. And we take those people who did that and throw them in jail. So this is how we ensure that money always flows up. There is a huge sucking sound, right? You're sucking stuff up to the top only. So this is the top-down money flow in the game. The game itself is rigged. It's rigged so that you steal from the poor to enrich the rich. This is why I look at all the money I have stored in the back and I say, that's not mine. That money I stole from some poor person somewhere and some animal somewhere. And therefore, it's my responsibility to use that money to free them. So that's how I treat all my savings now, okay? It's because the game of money, the way it is set up, is designed to suck resources from the bottom and funnel it to the top, funnel money to the top. Because when you deposit $100 in the bank, only $10, the bank is allowed to keep only $10 and loan out the other $90. Loan out the other $90 in return for interest on the loans. So you get interest back on the loans, and you're asked to give the principal back. And if that $90 is put back in the bank, they keep $9, loan out $81. So you can see, as you do more and more of this, that $100 is still there in the bank, except you have made like $900 in fake money and given it out as loans. So that's how the money supply grows in the system. Now, suppose once you borrow money from the bank, you go to the bank and say, I'm so sorry, I had a flood in my home, and I can't pay back the money. Guess what? They are going to come and take away all your assets and give it to the bank. So in a dispute between the bank and an individual, the state always sides with the bank. So this is how the colonial system is sucking wealth from the bottom to the top. This is the colonial game of empire that we have been playing. Okay? If you look at all the big corporations, the big pharma, big meat, big chem, big media, big banks, big oil, big defense, you will see the same four financial holding companies as major stockholders: Fidelity, Vanguard, State Street, and BlackRock. And if you trace these four financial holding companies to see who really owns them, it's very opaque. Okay, so you finally reach this private holding company, and that private holding company does not have to disclose its shareholders. So some unknown set of people somewhere are controlling the entire planet. Okay? And we are pretending to have democracy. We're pretending to fight each other. In reality, they're all being paid by the same people. So it's a game we are playing. And it's a game that's destroying the planet.